fried.
The steaks is fried, yo. The steaks is fried. We talking about now. Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast, Club 835. If you already know, peace to everybody in the chat. I think it might just be D. Oh, we got a couple piece of D skills.
What up, though?
Saw Jermaine. I saw Jermaine
outside this week, man.
He been outside. Piece of Coach D. He was on Coach D pod the other day.
See him and Meech on what's my man?
Gresh.
Yeah, Gresh Jones.
On Gresh pod. They did a good job too. I like that. I like that back and forth. I didn't know they got down like that. That was cool to see. Shout out, Mr. D.
What's that in the post?
We do have a special guest in the building.
Special.
Where's my damn, that's loud. I'm sorry. No, we got a special guest in the building. I want to get the people in here before we have I don't want to say a history lesson, but I mean it's interesting when you see people doing great things and they be like, oh wow, I've been seeing them be great for damn near 2 decades now. Like it's kind of, but anyway, we'll get there when we get there. How you feel? I'm tired.
Nigga, when I tell you this week has been the trash, I promise you, like I need tonight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Thursdays are always necessary.
Yeah.
Damn. Hit that like button now. Hit that like button right now, actually. As a matter of fact, I think our special guest is
shout out my guy Rock on the road.
Peace to Rock. Yeah, Rock, take care of yourself. Be safe out there, good brother. Be safe out there. And actually it's probably a good moment. Let's kill that music and where's my where's my special introduction at? Why I can't find it? Why I can't Here we go. You know what time it is when you hear the horns. Last week we had a conversation, myself and Brother Fam, over at Two Dope Marks, and as what happens when peace to the brothers over there. When a couple of us get on a pod, we start talking about the good old days and history and whatnot, and it's the brother that we're about to have join us in a few moments. Personally, I feel like I was speaking a couple of moments ago about history. Seeing somebody doing great things, but then I be trying to think damn, when was the first time I posted that person? And 2011 over on Rock the Dub was the first time I posted this guy, and I'm realizing I was going through his bio. That's around the time this brother changed his life to go from I'm doing this one thing, now I'm doing this music thing, and we talking to him he's done a lot of musically. It's kind of crazy to do stuff and then have whole video game publishers be like, no, the stuff you do with our stuff is so good. Guess what? Whatever you want to use, it's all yours. Brother's had his music featured in video games. He's had his music featured in WWE and in AEW. A lot. He's done a lot. I think one of his biggest achievements right now, aside from being a father, shouts out to Dad Gang. This is a first-time Grammy-nominated artist. Just the other day, he said the win is the nomination. I love seeing actually. Where's my applause button for that one time? You know him as one of the best brothers doing the wrestling, the hip hop, and the rapping thing. Brother Mega Ran.
Yo,
welcome to let's get this brother on the Summer Jam screen, because it's been it's been a minute. I feel
did you hear the clarity on the microphone?
Oh no, that's real. That's that real deal hip hop. That's that real deal hip hop right there. No,
he hit that turn your radio down,
hello, remember this is Mega Ran, but I just want to be clear, just so I'm not tripping, because I was going back through the archives on Rock the Dub. It was random until the Mega Ran project. Am I correct in that?
You are mostly correct. Okay. I was random for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Mega Ran project was taking off, and then I was trying to do both. I was trying to be Mega Ran and random. It's one of them things where the thing you become kind of popular for kind of starts to take over. And the best nicknames I always say are kind of given. They're not chosen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they just started calling me Tiny. You know what I mean? That's what it was. So like people started calling me Mega Ran. And I was like, well, I'm random. I made a project called Mega Ran. And they're like, oh, whatever, it's Mega Ran. And that's just kind of what it was. So I didn't mind that. But yeah, that's how it was. So yes, I was like, okay, when I do my hip hop stuff, it's gonna be random. And then when I do like kind of nerdcore video game adjacent, it's gonna be Mega Ran. But when you realize you're an independent artist with limited budget, ain't nobody got time to be breaking down brands and co-brand. Like you don't have time for that.
You got to make sure the SEO goes in one place. You know what I'm saying? Keep it all connected. How are you doing? I mean, I'm talking about a lot of stuff you've had going on. How are you feeling right now? How's life treating you?
I'm still catching up, man. Like the post-Grammy hangover is real. Like Grammy week is like Mania week. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm glad I have somebody I can actually relate to on this side of things, because I tell people out there like, man, it's like a Wrestlemania. And they're like, Wrestlemania? Like, what are you, like, actually wrestling? I'm like, no. But there's so many shows and places to be that there's so much feel like on. You done had a match, so it really feels like a Mania week. Like there's just a party every night, there's a brunch every day, there's a meeting every afternoon. Like there's just a thing constantly. So and the whole time you gotta be but you gotta be smiling, you gotta be up, you gotta be ready, you gotta be talking. I gotta have that face on, like, yeah, I'm so happy to see you, and because most important part of the game is just being likable. You know what I mean? There's a lot of socializing that has to be done in this world. And I don't mind it, I really do like hanging out, but I am very introverted, and I realize most artists as well, and probably wrestlers too, very introverted, when they're not on the mic, when the camera's not on. Funny, I had a talk with Kenny Omega, and I was asking him to do a drop on this sound like a crazy name drop. Sorry.
No, I love it. I love that just randomly popped out there too. I love that. I love it.
That was mad random name drop. Let me pick that up there. That I dropped that. But like, I was like, yo, I'm doing this song, and I wrote this. Me and Novelist, shout out to Novelist. We did a track about the Okada and Omega series of matches, and so I was like, yo, can you do a little drop at the beginning of it? And he was just like stuck, like, man, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't even know what to do. And I'm like, man, just do the Kenny Omega thing. And he's like, that requires cameras, it requires people, like it requires a whole different energy than just to be like, all right, I'm gonna hit record and just do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to realize, like, oh, like they're not very much different from us. Like it takes some time to build up to those moments. So we see them as larger than life figures, but Kenny's just as shy and introverted as the rest of us.
As we are.
So I might not suffer from the introverted part of that, right? But I understand it from, like just adjacency from like a lot of friends that like, all right, I'm tired of these people. When I guess what's a sign of your social battery wearing down that you need to go and recharge, and then what does that recharge look like?
Good question.
Oh, that's a very good question. I got it from one of my homies. Basically, if I got my people with me, I make sure to introduce them to somebody else. So I'm like, yo, have you met Cal? Like, yo, have y'all talked? You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna be like,
right.
And now
Homer Simpson in the bush.
Yeah, I'm gonna fade off in the cut. Like, it's like when I feel like I've had enough, and I don't want to be antisocial. I don't want to say something crazy or just not say anything, and they'd be like, man, this dude was weird. I make sure that another friend of mine gets the introduction, and we kind of pick it up from there. Word. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll eventually slide off. Like that's my move.
It was cool. I was going through your photos on Twitter though, especially during the Grammys. It seemed like you were, around some hometown. I saw Killer Mike. You had a photo with Killer Mike. When you was with the Writers Guild, like it was just like just random people you was outside with. Was it good to be in that environment as a first time Grammy nominee, but have those people around with
have
you?
the squad? Yes. And that I was really like, I hit the group chat, it's one of those things like a mania trip where you're like, yo, I'm gonna be in LA all week. Like, y'all want to roll?
Right.
And some of the homies were like, hell yeah, like, let's go. And so I was like, all right, so here's the deal. Like, we're all gonna stay in the same hotel and we're just gonna do it like summer camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all just gonna pile in. And we all had different rooms, but it was like I go to breakfast, I see the homies, I go to dinner, I see the homies. Like, it was so much fun just to be able to like see everybody at any given time. It felt kind of like my wedding, because in a sense where it's like, if you're familiar, where like you start inviting everybody to come and then you think about it like, dang, I'm only going to see these people for 5 minutes time. And they're coming from way out of town, way across the country to do this for me. So you start feeling bad a little bit, at least me. I'm a chronic people pleaser. So my worry is like, all right, some events are just for the nominee. And in my case, it was just me. Like, literally, Grammy nominations are so specific that only the artist is the nominee. Right. So like the producer isn't, the engineer isn't, it's like, sorry, some of these things are me and a +1, and I'm married. So my +1 for life is wifey.
100%.
So, yeah, so that's how it goes, where I'm like, okay, this is how it's got to be. So y'all got to find something else to do. And so now I feel bad. I'm like, oh man, I'm barely going to see my homies. But once we get dressed, I come down the steps, I'm in the lobby, I see everybody. So that's kind of how it was. So it was really, really fortunate that we were all in the same place. So yeah, the guild pulled up. K Murdoch was there. So many of my homies, the producers that have worked with me over the years, like just to kind of celebrate this moment. So I thought that was really dope. Like, it made me feel proud. You know what I mean? Like I helped to achieve a moment that could bring everybody together. That wasn't a funeral.
I was gonna say, and it's not even just like, I want to say it's not like, you're what you're normally known to produce. Like, this is your second children's album, but like, this is, the last 4 years I think you've really been focusing on, this side. Talk about that trend. I mean, not to say, I imagine it wasn't that difficult, but I mean, talk about, going from, I'm adult and I'm writing about the things that I want to write about, and then trying to make music, it for a totally, different demographic.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a challenge. But it wasn't, it's a different part of the brain in that, you take some of the seriousness off. Like when you write and rap, it's cutting promos over beats. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be hard and all this. And for me, I say it was just smiling more. You know what I'm saying? Like either I'm smiling during the delivery, or I'm making songs and concepts that make me smile, and just bringing those to life. And that's really what it was. So yeah, it's been three years now. We did 3 projects. 2023, I think, is when this whole journey started for me. And I knew it was something special before I even put the record out. I just talked about doing children's music, and then South by Southwest was like, "Do you want to play the children's showcase?" And I was like, "It's a showcase." And they're like, "Yeah." And so that let me know, like, all right, I'm on the right track. Like some cool things are happening. I had 2 songs ready by that time. Played those 2 plus some other songs. My songs were already fun. They're already positive. They were already clean. Right. I don't cuss none of my music anyway. Right. So it wasn't much of a stretch for me to do that. And coming from a teaching background, like I always say, kids and drunk adults are basically the same person. Like you're talking to the same exact person, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same way to get to them. So I've had that experience as a teacher where it didn't make it that much difficult. And yeah, I had a feeling I was on to something, but I had no idea Grammy nomination in 3 years was not on the bucket list or the bingo card. But yeah, it was using a little bit of the different like just trying to break it down a little bit. And I was so scared of being like corny and dumbing it down. That's like a rapper's worst nightmare. Right. He says, "This is corny." But sometimes you can embrace a little bit of the corniness and just have fun, And like I think Logic would be a great kids rapper.
That'd be interesting.
What I mean? Because like people, I heard that deep sigh.
What you saying, fam? What you saying?
The deep Negro sigh up there.
Well, that particular word is the reason why I was like, I understand why you would say that. However,
Yeah,
I am just sighing at the concept of logic in general.
Well,
okay, that's fair.
This is like such I'm gonna make this transition just because it kind of fits the conversation, because especially with Brother Ran the other day. I mean, I don't want to put too much information out there, but as a brother named Raheem, I mean, you had to go out there and make a whole PSA to tell people to stop the madness.
Stop the madness, yo.
I'm tired of it, and I've been finding it hard to really like put into words that people understand why we gotta. Why you shouldn't go down certain roads because they're gonna lead to what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. It's like, look what y'all did, man. Look, that's all I could think. It's like, you let it go too far, y'all. Like, it was all fun and games, and then it's like anything though. Anything that we make cool or make funny, you know, once it gets out of our hands, it's then officially corny. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Right. It's what we're not trying to be. Yeah.
Right. Once it gets out of our hands and somebody flips it back on us, we're like, now it don't even sound. It ain't funny. It ain't cool. It ain't. Nah, it's whack.
They flipped it and bounced it.
Yeah, right. You done flipped it and bounced it. And I never, ever, like, I just never was a fan of it from the beginning. Not even that my name was Raheem, but like outside of that, like, it's just not funny. Like, I don't know. To me, I don't find anything funny about saying a white guy is an honorary black person. Like, I don't think that's interesting. I don't think that's edgy, funny, or anything. When you got plenty of black people right there, like, yo,
this the slippery slope of the cookout.
Yes.
What are we doing? Yes, the slippery slope of the cookout is exactly it, man. It's like when you got open invites, you can't be surprised when something come up missing. You know?
It's funny because I don't want to get this deep, pause, but like, yo, we've given away culture since we've been here, so it's kind of it's kind of just another thing that we do.
It's kind of what we do.
I understand it, but is you right? You are correct. It's
too far at this point. It's gone too far, and I just feel like, man, the timing of everything. Like, I just look at everything differently now from the lens of like a father, from the lens of an entertainer, and like a writer. Like, yo, a person wrote that, another person approved that.
Yep.
And then they did it, and it's literally on the same day that Cody like launched a kids line of merch.
Oh my god!
Literally the same day. The shirt he's wearing is like from the kids line that they did of his merch.
Kids line and Dingling promo on the
same Dingling promo same time. Like, yo, the timing, that like everything. I was just like, this is where I feel like and this happens with all corporate America. Like, yo, you need more black people in there making decisions.
Let me add the applause of that, because that is 100% fact. They need a brother or preferably a sister. They probably need a sister or two in those writers' rooms for sure.
Like, stuff like that happened, and I'd be like, this is where Kaz would have been great to. Because I feel like he'd have been like, maybe not.
but actually, yeah, there's a different way you can, or you know what I mean. I don't, but you know, who knows if they even like, did they know he was going to say that, or is that him freestyling during Black History
he could have just went off the cuff. Yeah, he could have just went a little off the cuff. I'm sure he has more freedom than most to do that.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's man.
I don't like
worst, like it's the middle of the month, and this is already like the worst Black History Month for wrestling fans.
Has Raw has any of those shows done like a Black History Month segment?
Tozawa and Otis had on a Black History Month themed gear.
They had the red stars on the green with their black trunks. That may be it though. That may have been the extent though.
That's all we getting. Wow.
Even the WWE Vault doesn't have much up there. I'm kind of surprised. They uploaded a Ron Simmons Broken Skull Sessions interview. That may be it so far.
That's all we getting. That's crazy.
Because they said we got Cody Rhodes.
They like, look, yeah, like exactly. Like at this point, they're like, look at all the tweets, like they're in on the joke, like it's fine.
and because I think the time it was interesting seeing that happen. Again, I don't want to get too long on this, but it was interesting seeing that happen in real time because you could really see the divide between black folks in wrestling on the time. Like there's some folks who were they love it, they want to joke, and they're gonna joke, and there's other folks be like, this is where that you see the line is right here, and he just stepped over it, and y'all's right there with him. And I don't. It's again, there's too many Obafemis and Javon Evans and Carmelo Hayes and whatnot on TV, Lash Legends every week to be having to resort to a Cody Rhodes. Anyway.
Well, it's the thing about these things is when you make a joke like that, it's like music, right? As an artist, or like what we do here, is it's ours when we're creating it, but then once it's out, we don't have any control over it.
Yeah,
facts.
Do you find it tough to, or is there a point where you get comfortable with like letting music out and being like, well, it is what it is, it's going to do what it's going to do, or is it like what they saying?
Whew, man, it's to me, and this is only me speaking for myself.
Right.
This is the N-word debate with me. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
This is why I won't say it in my music, because I don't want anybody repeating it back at me and being like, what you said, you know what I'm saying? But I have other friends who are, you know, intellectual MCs who'd be like, no, I make sure that language is in my music because I want you to know this is coming from a black person. You know what I'm saying? And that I respect as well. But like, if the day comes that you spit it back at me, it's like, what can I say now? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I can get angry, but yeah, like I gave it to you to utilize. So that's where I just don't want nobody saying, yo, I love that part where you said, but I'm like, hey, you know.
Right. And I mean, not to cut you off, but I do think that's where one of the beautiful things about what you've been doing has been that authenticity. No matter what's going on, we know that if you look on the timeline, if you're looking on Twitch, if you're listening to the music, that is Mega Ran right there. It's the same brother walking around saying the same thing that you would see on the timeline, on the street, in the booth. That's what we try to do, is because I think there's you have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I am proud of what I did, or I stand by what I did last night on the pod, last week in the booth, last year on Wax, whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I kind of tell like my Discord or in my chat, I'm just like, hey, if I wouldn't say it in a rhyme, then probably don't say it in the chat. You know what I mean? Just to keep that like energy around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if you wouldn't hear me say it in the song, then maybe don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like the general rule of thumb for all of my little spaces on the internet.
So I wouldn't be Brother Fam if I didn't ask this question. Is there a Mega Ran Raheem code switch that takes place? Is there a yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's happening? Like, is there that version of Mega Ran? You know what I'm saying? Like, because people love to like, yo, I bet he at home and he doing this and that and this and that. But you know what I mean? Is there a difference between what we're percentage and how deep is that?
Okay, good question. I mean, I am black, so absolutely there's a code switch. Like, I mean, we have mastered the code switch. And so 100%. For me, it comes out like when I talk to my homies from back home, like if I'm talking to the cats from Philly, it just starts to come out. You talking to the brothers, it just comes out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be there. You know, it's just certain moments and opportunities bring it out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it ain't going nowhere. You know, like I am what I am. You know, I grew up in Philadelphia, so that will forever be in me.
Facts. Now you're gonna be. I saw. Do I have that image over here? Because you're about to be hitting the road like this weekend, right? Like you're on tour like soon, right?
Yeah. I'm doing a bunch of stuff the rest of this month and next. I am heading to Phoenix for the Musical Instrument Museum. This is a super dope spot. They're doing a 3-day hip hop celebration, and they're going to have me talking during the day and then doing a live performance in the afternoon. So I get to talk about the history of hip hop, things like that. And then I get to play some songs. It's the only musical instrument museum in the country, maybe in the world. So it's a really dope spot where they have instruments from everywhere. They have a room where you can go and play them. It's like a really cool spot that I love playing, and I'm really looking forward to that. And after that, I get back to like traditional venue shows, whether bars. I got this summer I'll be doing some library stuff, but that's not announced yet. But yeah, I think this has opened just another world for me as far as like another stage to play on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've been playing dive bars my whole life. So there's that. And then there's Comic Cons, and then there's wrestling conventions, and then there's now libraries, museums, performing arts centers. And so being able to like tailor a show for any of those different places is really, really cool.
Yo, I've always said that like nerd specifically, that word nerd is a synonym for passion, right? And it's just passion usually that other people don't understand. I love to nerd out about hip hop. I've had some cool hip hop discussions today about like MCs like Master A, just like stuff that people are like not more than surface conversations. But when you go into a specific, a super specific subgenre of something, calling it like nerdcore and so on, you obviously have a passion for it. What MCs would you say you built that passion upon? Like, who was like you saw them rap and they were like, okay, I might could do that, or I want to do what they're doing?
Wow. MF Doom for sure has been a huge hero in my world. Like he's like the OG hip hop nerd to me.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Shout out.
Del made a record. He was the first one to do it, I think, where like his album cover was a comic book cover. And it looked like a comic, had like the logo in the corner and all that. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, and then you listen to him, he's talking about robots and spaceships and video games and all kinds of nerdy stuff. We actually kind of became friends over pandemic, just like me reaching out on the humble. And then he just started telling me about video games that he really loved and stuff. So yeah, we wound up doing like 3 songs together. Crazy. And all kinds of cool stuff. And he told me he was working on a project with Doom before he had passed. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. So yeah, it's those kind of cats, hip hop nerds, you know what I mean? Lupe Fiasco, another big inspiration. Cats who are nerdy about words, but also about something else. Like Lupe loves, Japanese culture and things like that. So when you see people take their passion and put it into their music, that really like it hits me in a real special place. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I do. Like, I liken it to with video games. It's just like Tribe Called Quest was about jazz. You know what I'm saying? Like where they were taking all these cool obscure samples and stuff and making stuff like that's what I do with video game music. You know what I'm saying? So it's very similar in the way that they would nerd out on crazy samples and stuff. I would nerd out on video games that I played when I was like in middle school.
Facts. Damn. All right, Rant, we gotta get to the show. Because I don't want to hold nobody for too long, especially you. Because again, I know you're gonna be hitting the road, Jack, very, very soon. Again,
yes.
Megaran.com/shows RSVP. Get your tickets, all that stuff over there. I always ask this question, and I always assume that the answer is going to be, I don't know, I ain't working, but where creative mind, you're still in the midst of your Grammy running and nominations and touring the latest project. Where are you at with the next one? Because I know you got something. You cooking on something.
Man, it's hard for me to even think about it when I'm in the midst so hard of pushing one thing. You know what I mean? But there's always something else for me. Like I do usually at least 2 projects per year. And so I do think something is going to come. I want to get back to my roots a little bit on some hip hop stuff. I want to do like adult contemporary rap. You know what I mean? Like, here's the hip hop album for like the old washed cats. You know
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying?
No, thank you. We need that.
Like, I want to do that. So I'm working on tracks now. Just the other day, I mean, literally today on stream, I was sitting around listening to stuff from the 90s, and I was like, man, I want something that feels like that. Like, I would just point out songs and be like, I want something that feels like that. I want something that feels like that. I want something to feel like that. And then, and so now that's kind of giving me some concepts for the next record. I already got a cover. I had my homegirl Antoinette do a hand painting that looks amazing. So the cover's already done. I just got to make the music and come up with the title. But yeah, I'm still working. I go to the studio every week, like a job. You know what I mean? I clock in and clock out, whether I got something to do or not. But mostly finishing up like features and stuff for people. A lot of great children's musicians have hit me up wanting to do songs together.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, so that's really been filling up my schedule. So there will be something. Like, there's probably 2 to 3 things I'm working on right now. Then they might all come this year, they might not. But I want to do more video game stuff. I want to do more like grown up hip hop stuff. I want to do more wrestling stuff.
Let's go.
And then I want to do more kid stuff. So yeah, it's all gonna come together one of these days. See, I think so specifically one track minded about concepts that I'm like, the album has to all be this. Like, the album hall has to be wrestling. The album hall has to be grown up, whatever, throwbacks, video games. One day I'm gonna figure out how to do them all on one album. You know what I mean? And make my basically, I liken it to like Kendrick's Damn. You know what I mean? Where like, it's just dope records. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's trying to stick to some crazy concept. It's just dope records. And so I want to make something like that, where it's every piece of me within 10 or 11 dope records.
Let us know when you put together the hip hop / wrestling version of We're All in the Same Gang with you and Smoke Dizza and AJ Francis. And you know what I'm saying? Like, let me know when that happens, because I want to be in the video talking crazy. Like,
that's a great idea. Just get everybody on the record, just go crazy. That's a really good idea.
I got a concept for I'm not going to say it. We should stop talking about that right now.
Okay, don't, you know, because Streets is watching.
100% the Streets.
So like,
shout out to the Streets.
I'll be thinking about something, and if I say it, then it just happens. So like, but yes, there will be more wrestling stuff for sure happening, and I love that. I love the idea of like a big collab project.
We need that. We need more of that.
I got to get everybody together. I got to get AJ Francis and Max Caster on the same page. I got to get, you know what I'm saying? I got to get Swerve and everybody on there. Like, I would want like all the people I'm cool with. I just did so way back in Philly, I did something like that. I did a collab with these 2 cats, and they were kind of beefing at the time, and I kind of thought, I didn't really know, but Reef the Lost Cause and Icon the Mike King.
Oh, shout out. Shout out.
Both super dope. And I just like went to one, got a verse, went to the other one, got a verse, and then was like, yo, it's out. and they was like, yo, for real? You know what I mean? So like, I don't want to like do it that way. I want to actually talk to everybody, make sure we all on the same page, and like get something really cool out.
In the same room. You might have to piece up.
There we go.
Hey.
We're planning something. Might be, you know, I can talk about this. Might be planning something in Tampa very soon, and a little meeting of the minds. And I'm gonna hit y'all up too. And I don't know what y'all thinking around Backlash time.
I was gonna say, I know that's where it's gonna be. So
yeah. Tampa's a very interesting place. Like, it's very nice to me as far as like people come out and see me. It's a great wrestling town, great music town as well. Okay. So like, it might be something where we could put something together there. So I might need y'all's help on that. So we gonna chat.
You got the email, you know, we get in contact. We finally made this happen. I'm so glad we were able to do this.
Yes.
I feel like I asked you about this in LA, and it's just been like schedules and life and everything. But
stuff happens. But I appreciate Rock the Dub. It's like, you know, so special to me. So I want to, first of all, I want to give you flowers for that.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
The many profiles, you know, records you've posted for me, man. It's been so dope. it made me feel like I made it. You know what I mean? Like any artist, like we just wanted to hit the blogs, man. And that's what it was at that time. And I thank you for being a part of that.
Oh, no doubt. I appreciate. Thank you for saying that. Just out there trying to do my part. You know, I mean, that's what we do. Let the people know where they can find you. Let the people know when you be streamed. Let them know your schedule, all that stuff, so the people that's watching can tap in if they're not already tapped.
Word up. Okay, so I do weekly streams, usually 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific, on Twitch. I do a different thing every day. Monday night ran, so I'll play wrestling music or do Mega Man Mondays. Tuesdays I'll play 2K or make music. Wednesday I'm in the studio. Throwback Thursday, and then fighting game or Fortnite's on Fridays. So come through, hang out. We'll just chat, shoot the breeze. I'm always answering questions and chilling. Touring all the time, megaran.com/shows. There's so much music of mine out. You can go get music at megaranmusic.com. I just put out the Guinness World Records pack of all the Mega Man tracks that I've created. It's over 130. Crazy. That are all either sampled or based on the video game. There's some exclusives in there that have never been heard, so go grab that. Yeah, man, there's just so much music. The Buddy's Magic Treehouse, the Grammy-nominated Buddy's Magic Treehouse, is on vinyl. You can grab copies of that right now. Hey, click with the picture. I like that. The vinyl is shipping very soon, so you can go grab a copy of that. I got cassettes. I just got a cassette in the mail.
Hard. Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
We got it. Look at that green.
Oh, I love that actually.
The green tape though. All right.
Green tape. Yeah. So yeah, we got cassettes now, like all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, you can get all that stuff at the shows, or you can order at megaranmerch.com.
megaranmerch.com. And I ain't gonna hold you. I was listening to the project before we started, and what's the record? Why do people go? Oh man. Hit me in the feels, man. Shouts out, actually, applause for that record. Applause for the album. I appreciate you, Ran. Glad we made this happen, but I'm sorry,
me
my
too.
brother. You gotta go.
Dang.
You gotta go. We'll catch you. We'll catch you next time, though. We'll catch you next time. Again, keep us posted for real. Backlash, yes, Tampa for real. Our line's open. Let us know.
An email is coming.
Appreciate you, man. All right, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, brothers.
Peace.
Brother, fam.
Another successful casual Monday.
Casual Monday on a Thursday. Let's I don't know. It may be just casual Monday this week.
Hey, we've done it before.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's not like it hasn't happened before. I mean, couldn't pick a better week.
Yeah. Yo, so we don't have to, we ain't got to rush to the show.
We marinate right now.
It'll be there. What did you do for the quote unquote? Like, are you allowed to say the truth? Or you gotta? I mean, the rights is weird with it.
I for the Super Bowl, I did this is the first year I did nothing. Like I was the same way I was feeling about the Royal Rumble. Like, was the Royal Rumble? Not that. And mind you, I watched so much football until TNA went to AMC, but it didn't feel like. Maybe until the weekend, you were seeing people out in the Bay and events going on, but leading up to it, it just didn't feel. It didn't have the DDM would say "va va voom." What about you, though?
So I got it's the way Maryland is right now, right? Mm-hmm. The way the ice hit us with that last storm. It's been like. Ain't nowhere to park, so you can't. It's hard to have a good Super Bowl party situation because it's nowhere to park, right? They don't even have all the lanes. Ain't even laning yet.
All that damn ice.
Yeah, they haven't cleared all the lanes. Lanes still going from one lane to two real fast, back to one. But thankfully we planned it. We planned it where we went to my sister's house. Her husband's a really good cook. And so I was in the garage frying the bird.
Mm-hmm.
And we had my family, her family. we get together and we all, chef it up, and it was just a bunch of really, really, really good like appetizer finger foods over my sister's house. May or may not been a little bit of this around there.
Shout out.
Yeah, we had a generally really good time just hanging out and watching the game. I didn't have anybody to root against.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I picked Seattle, NFC and all that.
That's who I was. I have a Seattle Seahawks hat for just because it's corduroy. I may get rid of this stuff. Anyway, what you saying?
But yeah, like, you know what I mean? We just had a good time, man, watching the game, and the results were the results.
It was what it was. They did what the Patriots was good enough to get to the Yamin, and then they said we don't gotta score points.
Well, nobody was scoring points for the first.
It was very, very quiet. I had the game on, but even the commercials wasn't commercial.
Oh no. The commercials was mid. The commercials they no Marvel.
They said it. Marvel said we're not doing nothing, and you had to set your expectations. You couldn't say Stranger. There were still people out there thinking that Stranger Things was going to announce another episode at the end. The young brother Caleb from the show, he said, I thought that conformity gate theory was dumb. Y'all sounded dumb, but he understood that people. I mean, it's like pro wrestling. They love what they love, so they're gonna try and keep it the way they want it. But yeah.
So shout out to Sean Tragedy. I mean, the conversation was, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny killed that shit too. He killed that.
All right, let me be 100% honest. Right, because I ain't no front. Right. I ain't going front. Because people will be like, all right, well, the general court of public opinion is XYZ. Oh, we're supposed to be in line, so we're all supposed to be excited about Bad Bunny, right? And I wasn't even cautiously optimistic. I was like, I'm probably gonna get my second plate at the,
right. And all things aren't for all people, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really
right. And I wasn't, as excited as most folks were, or a lot of folks were saying they were.
Right.
However, low expectations are always met and exceeded, and very much so was the case, man. I thought, I don't speak any Spanish.
Right.
But god dang it, I've seen what I've seen. I know what cultural nuance looks like. Right. And that's first of all, it's one of my favorite things to discuss. And so when you see it and you're like, oh, I understand that. The young girls getting their nails done. The OGs out here playing dominoes. Yep. Oh, the little spot with everybody having a good time. Everybody kind of does these things differently, culturally. But especially as someone Black, and American, I related to a lot of those things. Is like, no, I don't exactly do that, or remember what my people's do, but I understand what they're doing there holds, what place that holds in their culture, because that's just like, oh, me and OG's playing spades, or you see what I'm saying, or they cultural nuance is super important, and it's what we saw was one of the most American things that we've ever seen. You know what I'm saying?
100,000%. And I think because I said the same thing last year. I mean, it's kind of, it don't get no more American than these types of situations, and to be Logan Paul's podcast homie, and then people having a conversation about Bad Bunny, and immediately be like, hey, you're getting kind of political. Like, at a certain point, brother, who made who what? Like, this man was out there dancing and singing for his people, for his gente, and said, let's unite the world. Like, did it. My man, I was tripping, shout out Jermaine, WWE superstar Bad Bunny, the part where he was climbing the pole, and I'm like, wait, is he gonna like strap into a harness or something? Is he gonna jump off that like, he was up there singing and dancing, no safety, up on the little platform.
He did have them shoulder pads on.
He did. He had them. So I saw something that said that the jersey that he had on. Again, I've seen a lot of random stuff. I've not read like a whole big piece. They said that mad people in Puerto Rico got the jersey like when they were watching it. he get like the people that got married there. It was a real wedding, from what I understand.
Funny part there, we're sitting there, and we all sitting there, me and my brother-in-law, my wife, my sister. I'm like, he's like, yeah, yo, was this so crazy? That might be an actual wedding. And I'm like, nah, it couldn't go that crazy. And as soon as it came out my mouth, I said, yo, watch. We be on the timeline tomorrow, and the story come out. This was an actual wedding.
It was a real wedding.
And sure got dang enough. Them niggas invited Bad Bunny to their real wedding. He was like, hold that thought. What if you come to the Super Bowl and get married there?
He signed as the witness on their marriage certificate.
That's ill.
That's to be a Bad Bunny fan and invite him to your wedding and then have your wedding during his performance at the Super Bowl. Your wedding is forever like millions of people watching people get married for however long it was actually. It was really, a couple got engaged as well. Meg said.
Oh wow! I didn't know.
I did not know. That's dope though. That's dope. Sean said he should have brought some of his coworkers out. They were in the States. I mean, it's 15 minutes. Ricky Martin had to be out there. He had the moment with Lady Gaga. And again, I tried to watch Sean Tragedy. Correct me if I'm wrong. They said that whatever song he was performing right before Lady Gaga started performing, in his lyric or his vocal, he said, "Is this what you want?" And then it was the white woman out there singing the song before he turned up and started dancing with her and what. Like, if the story of how he constructed it from segment to scene is what I've been seeing. Like, he really, the level of thought put into that was really dope, and I think they executed extremely well.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the most bugged out part to me, right? Because the way it looked was when, like, it reminded me of The Weeknd.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right? That's
when
what I was saying.
Going through that maze.
Yes.
And I was like, nigga.
Is Fam frozen or am I frozen? Chat, is Fam frozen or am I frozen? I think Fam's frozen. Mega got Fam. Them people hate watched. Yeah, Fam froze. There you go.
Okay.
No,
I don't know. I had to get rid of the fake Fam. I don't know what happened.
I wanted to
just watching that. I don't know what that is, guys. Remnants.
I need to get I'm sorry, I'm getting a screenshot. Keep going. What you were saying?
So like I was like, yo, how did they construct that so fast? How'd they get it all? You know what I mean? And then come to find out, god dang, all the grass was people.
It was when I didn't see it till, was it that morning or the next morning?
Next day, I seen the little Asian dude was like, today I was grass. I was like, folks was grass? No, I was grass. You know what I mean? I thought that was ill, and then them niggas just ran the 50-yard dash. I didn't know how them niggas was turning. I was like, how did they build that set so fast?
They again, when you really look at it, as many times as I ended up watching the Kendrick thing last year, and you really start to see what everybody else is doing when the camera's going and whatnot. Like it's such a all hands on deck type production. You know what I'm saying? You really can't miss a step, and it's like a wrestling match. It's only but so long, but everybody's really, shout out to the unions for real. You really gotta have it's a lot of hands that put all that together for that. It's like building an arena in Saudi Arabia, but
that quick, and it's already gone. That is a dust bowl right now.
I'm assuming nobody here in chat watched the MAGA Fest, Kid Rockathon.
Phew.
They said they was fugazing the numbers on the YouTube.
One of the biggest DI hires of all time.
How about that? He was spitting over his track. Goof ass.
Training wheels.
Kid Rock didn't even what. I did see that it was pre-taped. I did see that.
It wasn't live.
I don't think it was live. It was mad. From what I saw, it was all right. Here's the next person. It was just like 3-4 people performed, and Kid Rock performed. Like, ooh.
Not the pre-tapes. Them niggas was at home watching. They was watching Bad Bunny while y'all was watching the trash.
They was hate watching Bad Bunny as well.
I can't believe this is entertaining. I cannot believe it's this entertaining.
No, they like it.
Look how they are with their rhythm.
Paid attendees is crazy. They got beat out. They got beat out by Puppy Bowl. Makes sense though. Puppy Bowl is that's the one institution that people are going to tap into.
Who had a somebody had a somebody dropped a trailer at Puppy Bowl, didn't they?
That's a good question. I have no Puppy.
Listen, man, we did get a we had a Mario trailer, right?
Supergirl dropped a movie trailer.
Supergirl because of the dog.
Because of the dog. Yeah.
Supergirl. I'm interested in that. Are you?
I'm the small role she had in the Superman movie. I was intrigued enough into the character. Hopefully, but like I like it because she seemed like she's not Superman. She's 180 on that shit. She's a
flawed character and jaded, and she's been through too much, and like, you know, Superman heard about Krypton. She lived on Krypton after it blew up. So yeah, it's gonna be the differences in those two characters are kind of dope because it's like the story you don't know. It's like this would really happen.
Right. Yeah. And hopefully we get to see her drunk on the what was it, the Red Sun or the Red Moon, whatever it was. That's the only place they get drunk. Yeah, you're right though, Kung Fu Eddie. I do feel like, I mean, once Doomsday hits, like I think we're going to be seeing so much more Doomsday teases throughout the year that by the time we get to Christmas, it's going to be like we're going to be if again talking to Mega Ran earlier, if you a nerd on that level. And they do what they're supposed to do, we may be in for a treat.
Expectations are high.
High. Was there anything else we need to get into before we talk of the wrestling?
We could talk about the 3 washed niggas on the plane.
So I have you watched the full episode of the Tony Yayo? I've only seen clips and I'm surprised.
I don't like their music. I'm not listening to their tapes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not listening to Lenny and Yayo talk about Yayo, and then I seen 50, and I was like, "Do you need anything else, boss?" And he was like, "Yeah, I did see something. I carried the heaviest bag that day." Like, all right, yo. Like
how crazy? This is a situation where Tony Yayo is the quarterback. He had, because apparently Uncle Murda, he had a little too much to sip, so he was just chatting.
I've been there. I've been both those people. Absolutely.
Is this going to be? So I guess it's not. I was going to ask, is this going to be the end of Hip Hop Podcast? But it can't be because there was so much virality. I guess on the plane. Speaking of Super Bowl, on the plane flight back, somehow they were seated like 2 rows behind Ja Rule,
Uncle Murder, and Tony Yayo. Just for, you know, people wasn't paying attention.
The one
those seats look crazy though, by the way.
Whatever first class.
It was like negative class. It was before first class, whatever.
It could have been before coach, but after first class. Whatever the situation was, the one clip, I think it was Uncle Murda recording Ja Rule turning around and say, "Sucker ass, police ass, sucker." Like, they were some of the most oldest niggas going back and forth about nothing. Sucker ass, police ass, police ass, talking ass. And then, but you saw the video on TMZ. Ja was the one ready to fight.
They tried, that's the thing. They tried to make Ja look like the sucker under whatever street codes things were. But then the real footage came out, and he was like, no. He balked on y'all niggas. Y'all never left your seats.
And they had to move him.
So y'all look like the lame trying to you the old man in the club, baby.
Oh man.
What are we doing, Lenny? Your raps are terrible.
You know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. That was promotion.
But how, like,
it was promotion.
How though? Like, how do you plan that? They don't know Josh.
Well, no. I'm saying you don't plan it, but what's Edge, the ultimate opportunist? Like, I mean, again, who had their phone out?
Nigga, yeah, true. That's a fact. Can you imagine them niggas seeing them niggas like, woo.
They was ready.
First episode about to do nothing.
They would. Tony Yayo said, "Nigga, watch this," because then what happened? Tony, he already did a Vlad interview and ran down the whole situation. Like, they knew what they was doing when they saw. And I'm assuming they. Being an old ass nigga myself, I wouldn't be surprised they was already up in them seats before everybody else. They oh shit, look at this sucker nigga right here. We got this shit right here. They already had the plan formulated. It's gold for them because at the very least, the clips somebody's gonna post a clip and be like new podcast from Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. Like that's all. Did
you see the Ja letter?
No.
Jai was like a statement, and it was actually more toward fifth. And he was like, "Yo, we've done this for ever. Niggas got grandchildren. I don't expect us to be best friends, but at this point, man, I don't really have any interest on pro." He sounded like an adult.
It's grown because again, 6-year-old toddlers. But like Jermaine said, at a certain point, you're not going to be. You're just starting your podcast. You're going to be going panels and other conventions and festivals and whatnot. You're an old rapper that used to be. I don't want to say old rapper. I don't want to be disrespectful, but like you're G Unit that's starting a podcast. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be going to these spots at least for this year, at least until the contract's up. But you can't get there if you got to be taking the bus.
Yeah. Listen. If you, and I feel like I said this a few weeks ago, like if you see a nigga 20 years later and he's doing the same thing he was doing 20 years ago, he's wasted 20 years of his life.
100%.
Right? If you are in the same space, then like you've wasted 20 years, and that's fine. Be who you want to be, but try and go somewhere else. So at the same time, I don't condone Ja Rule, hawking up. I don't condone any of it. It's all goofy. It's 3 old wash niggas being ridiculous.
Facts. Well, next time on Dragon Ball, no, we'll see what happened. I mean, I can't imagine their unless. No, I can't imagine what's going to be happening next with their podcast because it's the content I saw. I'll keep watching Joe and Jada for old nigga. Anyway, we need to get to this show. We need to get to shit. All this time, Rich Swann and Dolph Ziggler have been going back and forth on
They're
TNA.
probably getting busy.
They low key been getting busy, but that's kind of just what Rich Homie Swan does. But nah, let's start the show.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed part of All-Star Wrestling.
Yeah.
You already know.
You already know. Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast. If you've been rocking with us for almost an hour at this point, you know that Mega Ran is that guy. Grammy-nominated Mega Ran is that guy. And clearly, God is still working on Casual Monday. Shout out God. As always, it's your boy Cal. I lost my title recently, so you can't call me my nickname, but I'm here with my brother fam. Say what's good to the people, yo.
I am the champion, my friend.
Shout out. Shout out.
You know them steaks is fried.
You know them steaks is fried. You talking about the
vibration.
Slippery Slope of the Cookout's a great title, but steaks is fried. Peace to the squad. Shout out brother Math, aka Coach. DDM, aka the Problem Solver, and Mimi, Red Carpet Mimi, who was out in New York to take in the West Side Gun Day screening, and there go piece of Smoke Dizza, happy belated birthday. West Side Gun is there as well. I believe I know exactly what AMC that is too, but I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose the location, but shouts to them. Hopefully. I don't know when people are going to be able to see West Side Gun Day, the visual, but hopefully it's soon. Hit them likes, please. Hit them likes, please. If you rock with the squad,
run up that hype.
Cal got a vacation. I wish I had. I need some vacation house money. What are we talking about this week? It may not be. It's not one of them weeks where like a lot happened, but like it's like random shit like Braun Breaker, he lifted up that table last week.
Yeah, nigga blew his front out.
He broke his hernia. Had to repair it.
And he ain't got a run in the mill like regular 10-yard. He ain't got a 5-yard hernia. That nigga got the 15.
The whole. They said the whole hernia go. You gotta bring it in like a new alternator. Yeah. And there's no determining on when he'll be back. So if he missed WrestleMania, I guess you got to blame whoever wrote the script to have him lift a whole table up.
I mean, if you watched him turn that table over, he was working.
Nigga said, yeah, that was his thigh went to the upper room. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I also saw that Chelsea Green had tweeted that she legit broke her ankle recently, and in AAA again, who knows when she gonna be back, but yeah, it was like a whole like newspaper headline. Yeah, I mean, fuck the whole leg up, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's you never want to hear people being jacked up, but ish happens.
Yeah. The other word was that, and I don't know if we got word that whatever state she's in, Bianca Belair will be around. At Mania.
Where's the applause button for that? Because they need something. I don't know where they put her in Mania. I mean, you could probably position her in a number of places and she'll shine. But yeah, they definitely need WrestleMania looking like the NBA All-Star Game is funny. It is All-Star Weekend. Well, I guess we'll talk a little bit about that later on.
Shout out to the Piston.
I was trying to figure out what exactly what sparked that fight. I watched the clip and I'm like, what happened? They was already mad?
Well, it's the Pistons.
Say less. Say
bad boys, son.
It's been like they made the video games. Pow, pow, pow. But no, yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to I saw Nikki Blackheart and Promise Braxton got a WWE IE tryouts. I didn't see if there were others, but that's smart.
Yeah, I feel like
Nikki feel like she on that roster.
Oh, you look at her.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And not like, in a weird way, but like aesthetically, you look at Nikki Blackheart and you're like, yeah.
Right.
You know Facts. What I'm saying? And Facts. So you can come back to you can kind of come back to get them where we want them to be, but at the same time, you look at a young lady like that, you like, oh yeah, she's supposed to be on some ITV in the wrestling ring.
Oh no, 100%. 100%.
I think, listen, we might be in a nice little. You got a couple of young ladies that got some like shoulders and you got some lady horses. Listen, WWE, go see what Jocelyn Navarro talking about.
Talk
Go
about
find
it.
out.
Talk
Go
about
find
it.
out.
She
You
got
know what I mean?
Clean German suplex too. The chat was, I guess, with the Braun Breaker stuff. Chat was saying that the Vision needs LASIK. They need a leader. Has there been any word on who the masked man was?
I don't know, but all the candidates except for Seth Rollins, who we know it's not,
It
were
can't
right
be.
there.
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Nah, ain't no way. It's dumb if it is.
But who? So it. Some people thought it was Theory. You see Theory getting stomped at right now. YouTube.com/Black Rasslin Thursday night, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
And you also you not only saw Logan Paul chase the masked man, but you also saw Adam Pearce was out there. So literally, unless it's Fraxium,
Yo, I don't know, whatever that nigga, he was, you know who it might be?
Who?
Just off of how fast he was running. Cat Williams. It was Cat Williams in that shoot.
Cat be running.
Alligator Man, Cat Williams.
Bad Bunny is the masked man.
It's Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Hey.
No way, yo. No, that the masked man is Brooklyn. It's Too Cold Scorpio, actually. No, it's Too Cold Scorpio. He was running.
Scorpio be on live on TikTok talking wild, yo.
Cat ain't that tall is funny. Cat ain't that tall is funny. Shout out, Kim.
Wait
I guess.
a minute. What are you doing?
It's been discussed that Obafemi and Brock Lesnar will. I don't. Is that?
If that's the case, FYI, Oba's losing.
Well, so that's that. Oh, all right. So let me put this back up here because that's been something I've seen. Shout out to Ronnie, in the chat for posing that question. Has it been discussed? The conversation has been Obafemi. What's Obafemi doing? Is he gonna be at WrestleMania? Some folks are saying he should have a title at a certain point.
He'll need it.
Well, I'd like how. We got to be reasonable at a certain point, right? Like, I don't know if you can expect Obafemi to be as dominant as he is in NXT and then just go to the main roster and kill Brock Lesnar 3 or 4 months into his main. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense for him to smash somebody.
He killed the War Raiders. He killed Kit Wilson. He said he's an Obafeminist. I think you can do that. He should probably wrestle somebody at WrestleMania. I don't think that if SummerSlam is going to be in Brock Lesnar country and Brock Lesnar is going to be leaving WWE, I would totally have that match there and have him do something there. But you should build to that. They're not working with the Obafemi right now to where I would think that him and Brock is wrestling at Mania.
I like this.
Oba versus Omos is now. J-Rock, you on to something right there. But they'd have to get Omos from away from Vikingo in AAA. He'd have to actually be. Y'all see what Oba said? I did, Sean Tragedy. I did see what Oba said about Cody.
Right.
There's I'm not a fan.
Very slippery slope.
Yeah, the slippery slope of the cookout. But I guess we'll see what happens with Oba because at a certain point they'd have to actually start making a storyline. I don't know if that may be a post Elimination Chamber thing. What else? Oh, for those making sure they're tapped in this Friday and next Friday because of the Olympics, SmackDown will be on Sci-Fi. I don't know how much that's going to change anything for people's viewing habits, but it will be.
I think they're bringing a zombie back.
They had a psycho killer, no Tommaso Ciampa on NXT. They may bring a zombie. They may bring the zombies. Just bring back the boogeyman,
or bring back Shayna Baszler the vampire.
I was thinking that was like 6 years ago this week, like literally.
Really?
Yeah. I posted on the timeline. We had a we went to the screening of The Photograph. It was like right before the pandemic hit, and I remember waiting to go into the screening. and seeing on the timeline that Shayna Baszler was a whole Walking Dead zombie. I said, why is she biting chunks out of people on their neck? And then that never it never was a thing after that. Shout out to Pandemic. And Nikki Blackheart. I saw that I saw a conversation about AJ Styles's contract negotiations.
Ain't none.
Well, apparently there were conversations about reaching a deal, and they never matched numbers on the deal.
For like a Legends deal or for extending him?
For like having, because I'm not saying AJ Styles is still trying to wrestle, but it sounded like he was trying to figure out whatever that next deal was going to be. Currently, he doesn't have, he's not signed anything new, but he's also, I think he's technically not a free agent yet. But they couldn't figure out, they couldn't agree on numbers, and it just got to the point where AJ was like, "Hey, well, if I'm not signing a new contract, I debuted at the Rumble 2016. It just kind of makes sense." But they said that they're still in conversations about his future with the company, but there's no word on what, like I was saying, no word on what a contract situation looks like for him currently. There's also no word on if he does become a free agent. I don't think there's 100% word on if that means he's automatically going to be in TNA or AEW like that. Seeing him talk to Stephanie McMahon, part of me thinks he's probably, if he's going to continue wrestling, he's going to be taking a break for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I don't think if we see him again, I don't see him signing anywhere.
Right.
Spot date, little program here and there, but
it made
I don't know. I don't know if I
wonder about Tommaso Ciampa.
I don't see AJ going across the street, in any full time. Like if there's a match, maybe, but what's the match?
We talking matches that he hasn't had,
right? Or matches he would care about having.
It would have to be rap music. It would have to be like a Kyle Fletcher, your TNT champion. It would have to be, so I think somebody new who could cook crack with him, that he can have a dope one-off or, a couple match thing. See, I see people saying AJ versus Kenny. I feel like we could do it. I wonder if he would, because he was talking about seeing Leon Slater and Javon Evans, and he was teaming with Dragon Lee. I feel like he may be trying to rap with some cats he could rap. Ospreay is I saw Ospreay. He was looking like there was a vignette I saw, and he looked like he had grown hair, like he'd been taking care of himself. They could rap. I
definitely don't want to see. I don't want to see Darby. I'll listen to Ospreay. But the problem with Ospreay and
AJ can find
Fletcher,
Wardlow's crazy.
The problem with an Ospreay and a Bruv, you know what I'm saying, or Kyle Fletcher.
Right.
The problem with that is the match you would have to have doesn't make sense as an old nigga, right?
It would be a lot of rap. It would be a super rap music.
Yeah, he's stepping away because those aren't the matches he believes he's going to keep being able to have consistently. Right. So that Ospreay thing, I don't know. It would have to be. I feel like it ain't gonna be super rapidy rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'll be the graps, but I don't think AJ can be out there, you know what I'm saying, trying to do all the things that them niggas do, because they wildin'.
I think he could have
an amazing program with MJF, but I feel like everybody that's a natural baby face can have a good program with MJF. Shout out D-Skills.
Peace to D-Skills. Hold up. Let's give this some priority with the tap in the collection play. D-Skills had 2 questions. Okay. Did Bianca's hand fall off?
Yeah, it did twice at Christmas.
And why hasn't Jade ever defended the title? She's been champ for like 3 months with no defenses. I don't know. I mean,
well, the easy answer there is booking, right?
yeah. Well, yeah. The easy answer is they just took Road Dogg off one section of SmackDown and put the Ryan Ward, I believe, is who they have had over there. Like I if you watch Unreal, I would say that's probably where you would start, is that writer's room not knowing what to do when it comes to booking her with the title.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is you can't like not have on TV,
right?
But you know what I mean. A lot of that stuff you sit and watch, and I've chalked it up to inside or outside of like the last since Rumble the last 2 weeks is kind of WWE being in a bit of a holding pattern before the road to WrestleMania starts, right?
Trying to figure out how those stories line up, yeah.
Right. So they weren't doing anything, and now they are starting to do things and starting to take those shapes. So now you do the thing. Now she's defending. She got a Jordan Grace match tomorrow night.
Right. She's going on SmackDown. That SmackDown card. I believe Trick Williams or Ray Phoenix wrestling again. She has it, and she's also been online. Like I wonder. I think when she was at 80 days, I was like, they're probably going to 100 days with her. Like, I wonder if they were trying to pad her reign or whatever. But yeah, at a certain point, you can have her have some matches, even if she's squashing a Michin or a B-Fab or whatever. Like she needs to be in the rotation more. I don't think there's any excuses for that. But that's that Michael P.S. Hayes Road Dogg situation that people were talking about recently.
Normally the girls that would be able to propagate up are the older girls that have been around, been seasoned, right? But I feel like those girls like Natty and the Bellas, like those girls specifically are in programs where they're up. So they can't take them, they can't get beat up.
Nope. Yeah, a lot of the women I think they could use are also on that other show.
That's the thing. I will always stick by. You need to book the titles in scenes. So all the girls from one specific scene should be in one place. All the tag teams from one specific scene in one place. And if you book it like that, you don't have to worry about people jumping around and not making sense when people run into each other,
because they're all right there. They're 100% right there. I guess before talking AEW, the one thing, I don't know if chat, y'all going to Vegas for Mania? What's the not a poll, but like what's the consensus? Is anybody making that trip? Y'all made y'all plans? Because if you are not going, if you don't have tickets for Mania, and I guess you're not at a place where they can actually show, you may need to be at your B&B or in your hotel watching on Peacock. Damn, I'm broke. That's real. Everybody's saying that ticket prices might go down. Well, I was seeing that show on Tragedy, because there were rumors that there was some like all hands meeting the other day in WWE because of the lack of where the tickets are right now for Mania. I don't know what that means in terms of that card. They were saying that whatever the plan was, they were reconfiguring that plan, and part of it was because of those tickets. But there's like 3 matches booked. There's not really a lot of a card for 2 nights in Vegas again right now.
Right. But it is also super early.
It's dumber. People making their plans. I saw Littlefoot she gonna be somewhere out there. Kaz is tweeting. I don't know what that means, but in the past what that usually means. And I see a lot of people reacting to that tweet saying, hey, I wasn't planning on going to Vegas, but if something's going down in Vegas, that I may need to figure something out. I not seeing an Ashe.
Nope.
Not seeing a fight. Like, I'm not seeing plans that the people I would want to see out there. So
there's no For the Culture announced.
It's
which
really,
I feel the way about.
The reasons that we would go, the stuff we would want to see during the WrestleMania week don't seem to be happening for whatever reason. I don't know why. It don't make no sense to me. But yeah, if you're going to be out there, it seems like it's going to be a different Vegas, and that part of that means you won't be in a bar watching it with some random drunk locals. This week on AEW, they've got Grand Slam Australia this Saturday. I guess I'm pretty sure that's in the Collision spot. Do I have a poster for this? They've been booking towards that show. I mean, there's only so many reasons as to why. I mean, shout out Tommaso Ciampa. I believe it was an 11-day reign as TNT champion, but he dropped the title back to or he dropped the title to Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher's now 2-time champion, and you know they're going at home, just like the same thing with Tekla. Tekla, she beat Straplander for the women's world championship, her first run with that, and she's gonna be like, hey, let's go outside. We go. Tony Storm's talking about cutting people hair off if they lose a match and whatnot. Like they're building towards
doing the mixed tag.
It's gonna be an interesting one. Low key. Oh, and that Moxley Takeshita for the AEW Continental Championship. That's probably going to be a banger. Kyle Fletcher, Mark Briscoe ladder match going to be a banger. Adam Page, Andrade. Damn, I forgot that match was happening. Andrade been cooking, bro.
Yo, I like I'm not super into Adam Page for whatever reason. Like I don't know. It just never been for me. Like I don't feel anything like I hate this nigga, but like I kind of like don't be caring.
Adam Page is not high on my list either. Yeah.
No, I do like the look of Andrade. He looked like he just needs. You know who would be really good with Andrade right now? Zelina Vega would be amazing with Andrade right now.
He's Don Callis family, but like Don Callis, like this should be Don Callis army. There's so many people, and the key with Andrade is he's
at this point
100,000%. Andrade is outside. Like Sean Tragedy mentioned it earlier. He said the New Japan show earlier this week was good. The New Beginning in Osaka, I believe it was the show, but that essentially they did a lot of booking for the New Beginning in the USA, the Trenton show later on this month. But Andrade wrestled Gabe Kidd there for to was it for this match? He wrestled that match to wrestle the match in Trenton. If he had lost that match, I believe. I forget how it goes, but he's been there. He's been in Hog or HOG. He's been in he was an APC catch wrestling Ricky Sosa. Like Andrade's been making like whatever's going to be happening in 2026 for him. He's laying a lot of interesting groundwork, and because he's going to be wrestling. He's going to be he was announced for the Trenton show. They also announced Athena last week or the week before, but they also announced Ricochet and Gates of Agony are going to be, but they're all going to be wrestling on the. I think every match on that card is a title match, whether it's a AEW title or a New Japan title. They're really cooking. I mean, it's a pay-per-view, so they're doing what they got to do. But it's going to be an interesting show, just like this Grand Slam show on Saturday.
Huh?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess we've not. I don't know what to believe at this point. Earlier today, there was a report from Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez going around saying that Warner Brothers Discovery kept Brody King off of Dynamite this week because of the fuck ice chants from Dynamite last week. The idea when you remember that they're Warner Brothers Discovery is the company that Netflix and Paramount are both trying to purchase parts of or all of. They're in an interesting time. So the narrative is they're trying to keep their nose clean for everybody, administration, everybody in terms of a purchase.
Because they'll shut that down right now.
At a certain point, you need those regulations, and a lot of it has been can Netflix get on Donald Trump's good side? That's been a big part of it. Warner Brothers Discovery said, hold up. That we they said Warner Brothers Discovery did not have any involvement in Brody King's upcoming schedule. Any speculation to the contrary is categorically false. And then they announced that he'll be on AEW this Saturday, which that was a little bit petty nudge. But what Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful had the full story. Dave Meltzer is fully cooked now, is what Sean Trey. I've been seeing a lot of people saying out on the timeline that Meltzer or the Observer is shaking in their boots. Like I guess whatever stories they've been printing haven't been
hidden,
actual factual. Yeah, whatever they it's reported as a dirt sheet fact. Shout out Mara Sade. And then it turns into some nonsense. But
Mara Sade's fighting a dude, right? Nick Nemeth's brother, right?
She is fighting Ryan Nemeth right now in the crowd. Yeah, she beat his ass too.
That's what I'm talking about.
I guess the thing is regardless of who, I mean, if it wasn't Warner Brothers, the question would be Tony Khan, who made that call. You know, well, exactly. What's the real situation? But I think no matter what, everybody needs to realize that the next time Brody King is on AEW TV in America, it's very liable to not only have fuck ice chants, but louder fuck ice chants. Like that's what, if the crowd, just like CM Punk, where anytime a crowd is ready to make a chant, they're going to chant it. You're going to have to either censor it or let it be.
Yeah, it's a weird place, right? Because they all play this pandering game to someone, right? When we hear Triple H is looking for more black men in the book, it's like they're all pandering to someone. And when we hear a story like that, is, well, what part of the Pandaverse is this directed toward?
Right. That's a great, the Pandaverse.
Beyond the Pandaverse.
Beyond the Pandaverse. Yeah, that'll be the next chapter of Black Rasslin, the Pandaverse. No, it is interesting to see how this game is playing out in the timeline, because at a certain point, who's really trying to worry about like, you really shouldn't be caring if a Meltzer or Alvarez or somebody else is or isn't saying something, because at a certain point, you need to wait for the original source, but B, so much of that stuff is wrapped up in their opinion. You feel what I'm saying? That you never, and it's anybody, you know. You could probably say the same thing about me. I try to remain as objective as I can, but you know, everybody has their biases. We are human, but it's because Meltzer has been doing this for so long, and has been one of the few people that's been doing this for so long. You would think that he would personally like make sure that none of his personal stuff was getting about. I don't know. Special and Nobody said, making up a story is not misreading a situation, it's making up a story. That's well, and again, I think because that's an excellent point. But the one thing we have to remember is, because Meltzer's been doing this so long, he 9 times out of 10 he was probably on the phone with somebody or a text with somebody, and they fed him that. Who was he talking to? What was their motive? Were they being on the level? Or because I've heard so many stories where they've been fed information and you realize, oh, he was talking to Bret Hart and Bret Hart don't fuck with this person, or oh, he was talking to this person and they wanted to get a bad story out. You know what I mean? Like, people can try and use the sheets to work for themselves as well. What's your
It's all a strange new wrestling metaverse.
Yeah, the Pandaverse. I think you coined it. It's the Pandaverse right now on both sides, all sides.
Yeah, it's like, yo, who do you trust, right?
Yes.
Like it's tough now. It's like, who do you trust? And the truth is, everybody's a criminal.
Right.
Don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
It's always a word. Like those are always the rules, right? And so when you because what happens is everyone has a place or a thing that they like more and they lean toward. And so when the news matches that,
Yeah.
you believe what you want to believe. So
Right.
I mean, with all of this, it's like, is there a situation where like can we see why like Tony would put this out somewhat? Is there a way to spin this where Tony would have said that? Because I feel like no, but
I think we're probably in a world where I think, again, whatever the truth is, I think one of the biggest things we have to remember is Warner Brothers Discovery is in a purchase situation. So they're right, wrong, whatever. Their story is going to be, it wasn't us. Go look, go try and chase that for someone else. It could be true, but I think even if it was a lie, they're not going to say, "Oh yeah, we did it."
got me on the camera. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah, that's it's not going to happen. But we'll see. I don't know if we're going to get Fuck Ice Chance in Australia. We may, but I also don't know if Brody King's winning that title. But whenever he returns back to America, we better be ready to hit the button. Press the goddamn button.
Press the goddamn button.
We'll see. Shout out to Private Party.
Yeah, they bake.
They bike. It had been over a year. They hadn't been there since they dropped the titles to Hurt Syndicate January 2025.
They hurt people.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was. I want to say there were some issues and whatnot. And earlier this week, it was a stray note that Private Party. The only word about Private Party is that you should expect them back in AEW before you would WWE. I wasn't, and I even saw that there was the wild card team in that triple threat match for Dynamite book, and I didn't even think about them being the team until like right before. It was like right before the Young Bucks went out there. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be Private Party." I just said it out loud, and it was them. But shouts to them. Zay was getting up. It was good to see.
Oh yeah.
Was there? Oh, and I saw that Mercedes Moné. She posted a video, says she getting the stem cells.
Oh, she went and got that Ray Lewis deer antler.
Facts. She's out in Cancun. I forget the company that she shouted out, but she shouted out a company that she went down there to get. She said, well, she's been working. She said she's gonna be defending her title, but she needed to, rest her body, and I guess part of that is getting some stem cell treatment.
How do you administer? She got like a bag of sunflower seeds, stem cells?
Yeah, just pop them in. I guess. Can you fit a stem cell in a needle? Do she shoot it like bubbles? I don't know. She got the Rey Mysterios. Yeah, however Rey Mysterio took the stem cells, she probably did the same.
Do you actually just break the baby?
Just crack them and eat them. Yeah, you just got
what?
Get in there, baby. Get in my belly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but I guess we'll see her relatively soon. I feel like she was saying that she was feeling better. So,
all right. I have there's a janitor at my job, right?
Okay.
Very nice guy. And the team of janitors, but that doesn't even matter. I won't tell that part. But he's got this. He speaks to like everybody, remembers everybody's name, right? But also like whatever, there's something that you're into in his mind, he figured out, and so he associates the people
with that
something.
Okay.
I offhanded said something about wrestling to him one time, and so I felt like a series of months, like he would ask questions to see how deep like my fandom would go. Like he's like, "Oh, you heard of Hulk Hogan?" Like, and then it went from that to like The Rock, Roman Reigns. Like, you know what I'm saying?
he tapped in. He's trying to see how tapped in you are.
So now his thing is the two people that he brings up are Willow Nightingale.
Okay.
Right. We think about Willow. You think she's dope? I was like, yeah, she's good, man. She's very good. And then he'll ask, like, Hey, how long she gonna have them belts? You know what I mean?
Okay.
How long Mercedes and those? So those are the two things. It's and because nobody at my regular job knows that, like, all this. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting and fun to watch them people. You know what I mean? My man Dre come up every day and he's like, yo, what you think, man? She gonna keep on them, she gonna hold on the belts.
I love
let them
that.
go. Did you watch the Rumble? Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Shout out to my man Dre. Nice
Shout
guy.
out wrestling friends out there. Peace to the wrestling friends. It's always good to see something fun happen on the timeline and see like a Brian H. Waters or somebody reacting. Peace to shout out to y'all. Speaking of good things happening on the timeline, before we get out of here, because again, there's only so much going on. Fight Club.
Yes.
That's next week.
Ready? I'm ready.
The 22nd of February. Wrath of KAUN. They started booking matches, and they booked the match we've been waiting for since we've been wanting more information about this since that the last Ashe. KAUN defending that Pan African World Diaspora Championship against Shug D. Finally. I see it's on a Sunday. I think that helps. I think that helps. They also announced, and this is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, literally.
O'Shea Edwards defending that Trucker City Championship against Isaiah Bronner. The problem. I saw Kaiju said we need a heavyweight
tournament.
Yeah, you need a tournament for the heavy. I was thinking about, you don't really see too many. And it's
niggas out there, man. It's niggas out there. I mean, shout out to the home team, Big AJ. You know what I'm saying? You got an Omash out there. You got the goddamn over Femi. You know what I mean? The Big E Classic, man.
You just got to make it.
Got to reinforce the ring.
You got to reinforce the ring, but I mean, it may have to be forbidden door policy. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't just be one nation, one affiliation. The only other thing they've announced so far, piece of the home team, big time Rob Rockema, he's going to be making an announcement. He's been going through a number of trials and tribulations over there, so I guess it's
losses. And I actually spoke with him for a fight on the way. I don't know if they put that out. But yeah, man, he seems like he's at a bit of a crossroads. My hope is just not what it looks like it's trying to be. But yeah, I hope maybe it's just time to, turn over some sort of new leaf or whatever, man. I'm excited about all three of those matches or those three things. Specifically to tie in to last week. Shout out to a world champion that's on TV every week. You know what I'm saying? Because of a young man over there. I don't know, you know what I mean, his association or whatever. But you got that situation cooking, and I love that it happens in two places, two very black places. Shout out to the good folks over at Ashe. You got a couple of different venues where you can kind of tell this story over time, and I've loved the matches. Shook's been having some dope real rap music matches down there.
Yes, he has.
But man, listen, we've had 3 folks hold this title, right?
Including Fam. 4.
3.5. I don't smoke. But Trish Adora, the OG.
Shout out.
And then, I mean, to be honest, man, the work that Suge put in taking this title all over the world, I think is really important now.
Yes.
KAUN is the first signed nigga, you know what I'm saying?
To hold that title.
Right, in one of the big 2. And so it's important there, man, but I don't know, man. I think it may be time to just see this title have its first repeat champion and have a reason to take this place all over the earth again, man. I think it's important, and we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited for this match. It's been a while since we've had a fight event. It's a season opener, as they're calling it.
Right.
I am super excited. Shout out Meeks is coming in town.
Shout out Meek.
Yeah, so it should be a live time, man. I'm really looking forward to it, man. Can't wait for fight, man. Fight is always a good time. Shout out to Johnny and all the folks over there that always treat me very well when I come in the building, man. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. It's always a good fight, good time to fight, and they got Crown Royal.
And they got that big crown. Well, shit, you got that crown too, and I think
no.
Is that it? Did we do the do?
No, we never did the do. No,
we didn't. Well, we didn't do the do, but I mean, did we do what we were supposed to do in terms of the podcast this week?
Did we do the things? Yeah, we did the things, I believe.
I think we got to all the things.
One more thing, of course.
Getting the hell out of here.
Yeah. We got that the one last thing we always got to do.
It is always one last thing. I usually ask somebody else, but it's only one brother right here. So, brother fam, you got a Black Rass of the week?
For absolutely no reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
Ricochet.
Shout out Ricochet. I can't. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. When they added that match, I said yes.
Mm-hmm. The real hip hop is over here.
Yes. Shout out Ricochet. I'm gonna.
Beef Stew is my runner up. Shout out to Beef Stew from the Pistons. That nigga, you just know, like if it's a fight, you see, like that's what he there for. This nigga got put out. He was fighting in pregame. Like he is a fighter.
That's what it's like in the hockey. They got them dudes. Their job is to go out there. All right, y'all gonna fight? Y'all gotta fight. Go fight them. That's what they on the team for. Fight a nigga. My Black Rass of the week. It's happening a lot. Every time I see him wrestle on SmackDown, he's always doing something dope. Carmelo Hayes.
Hello.
Carmelo. Runner-up is Javon Evans for that cutter off the top rope on Raw. He said himself, I gotta cut it out because he's been going crazy over the last couple of weeks. Within reason. It's and I don't know if they still got 4 more people they got to get into the Elimination Chamber. I don't know if that's gonna be him. Did he lose?
Need to bring back Money in the Bank to WrestleMania.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a minute before we get to see that particular match. Who in the chat? I'm sorry, I got the whole other peace. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw shirts. Yeah, the shirts have been touching down, so that's been good to see. Oh, and that's actually one thing we didn't talk about. Shout out Antoine. Big E announced the other day that
it wasn't even like an announcement. He kind of just said it in conversation, and he's like, "Wait, what?"
He dropped a tweet and said, "Hey, I'm not going to be trying to bother with that in-ring mess anymore." Which, again, it's been so long.
Yeah.
And there was no all right, he's going to be ready to do something at some point. So, it was inevitable, but, shout out to the guy. Shout out to the guy. Just want to try to say everybody black. I got to watch Ring of Honor. The thing this Thursday, there's so much wrestling on during our show that
yes,
I watched that shit the other days. But yeah, peace to our Black Rasslins of the week. We got to get out of here. Peace to everybody who's tapped in. Shouts to Mega Ran. Brother Fan, where can they find you on them social media?
Hey man, LFam79 your social media choice. 3OMTLBRP every single week. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, shout out to the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole conglomerate, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, of course, Cuz, Mimi, DDM, shout out to the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my favorite Asian R&B singer and my tag team partner Love Lee of the Something Else Pod, man. Shout out to my sisters on the goddamn 30-minute time limit, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Cal for all the grinding of the Black Rasslin Podcast Club, man. Shout out to my homie, my other tag team partner, Downtown Tone Brown, man. Shout out to the whole label, baby. It's an umbrella. Get underneath or you gonna get wet.
Fact.
Hey now.
You already know.
It's your boy Cal, at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin everywhere else. BlackRasslin.com is the website. And as always, you should find the Black Rasslin Podcast every Thursday night, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're recording on YouTube, youtube.com/Black Rasslin, giving you 5 mics of podcasts of excellence. The podcast we record tonight goes up on them podcast services on Friday mornings. Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast, we should be there. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin, like Brother Fam said. 3 times a week we got the podcast club up there. There's so much in those archives. Brothers watch every WrestleMania with Black. If you want to do something for Black History Month, go through the Black Watch itself. There's a lot up there. But there's so much content over there. Just pay that 1 or pay the 10. Peace to everybody who's over there joining every other day. Shouts to everybody in the chat. Love y'all for rocking with us. Again, shouts out to Mega Ran for coming through. We finally made that happen. Figure out what else is going on in the future. That's it. Again, peace to the squad, fam, Mimi, Math, DDM. Hope y'all are well. We're gonna get out of here. We got a new outro. Lil Man, take us out.
I love the black people.